So here we have a stud that's trying to tell us why men have an issue paying child support because it's the idea of paying money to a woman they're no longer having sex with.
Bruh. Nani? Nani?
Let's just hear the stud out. By the way, this is a stud, so yeah, let's just hear her out.
Hey ladies, do you want to know the real issue that men have with child support? You chasing him, begging him, and he's upset because he has to pay? The real issue is not the child supports per se. It's the idea that they have to keep paying money to a woman that they no longer are having sex with. Because men instinctively know that they have to pay for sex one way or another one. And for them to have to keep giving money to someone that they no longer have sexual access to burns them alive. That's why they're always talking about, she's gonna do this with the money, she's gonna do that with the money. They don't want to keep paying for pussy they ain't getting no more.
All right. This is probably the most idiotic thing I have seen this month. Easily the most idiotic. That's why I believe, like I said, I believe that most women today are the most what's the word? The lack of empathy. So I hope she's trolling because I hope she's trolling because the problem is if you look at the comments, they're like, "Oh, I never thought about it like that." Oh, so this is it's all an ego, bruh. Okay, just to let you ladies know, when you put a man on child support, you're suing him. When you put child support on a man, you're putting a case on him. When you put a case on somebody, you're suing him. The reason why men don't want to be on child support like that because they are being sued. When you put a case on somebody, you're suing them. They really, like any man on child, they really want to tell you, bitch, stop suing me. I'm trying to work. Like, yo, do you know what happens when you put a case on some like when you put a child support case on the man that you slept with, you did. Nobody forced you to. When that happens, they get his social security number, they get his license, and now they basically have him in the system. So where if he misses one payment, he could be making all of his payments. Perfect scenario. He misses one payment, he can end up in jail. He can get his license suspended. Do you know how many stories I've heard of dudes? They're just trying to travel with their family and or their new family, whatever. If they end up remarrying and then they end up like not being able to travel because their passport got suspended because they didn't pay a child support. It was like one payment they missed. Ladies, when you put a case on your man, you're suing him. Stop suing your stop suing people that you slept with willingly. You're suing him for sleeping with you. The idea of paying child support to you, because first of all, we know it's not even really going to the kid. We already know that. Second of all, you have the system on him. You set him out to the system. Black men, especially black men, don't even got to worry about the cops like that. They got to worry about their woman putting a case on them. you know what I'm saying? Like it's insane how they don't even see it. I don't know where to begin. So we're gonna break this video down a little bit. We're gonna let her talk But that's what it is, really. But let's break it down a little bit more, because I use a lot of logic here, and that's usually not the best way when you're addressing ladies and you're using logic. That's not the best way. She actually kind of looks like the stud that got kicked out on Fresh and Fit. There might be something to that. I think I'm wrong, but she actually, she looks like the stud. I remember there was a stud that was on Fresh and Fit, and she got kicked out because this bitch was being an idiot. But let's play this, and I'm gonna break this down real quick.
Hey ladies, do you want to know the real issue that men have with child support? You chasing him, begging him, and he's upset because he has to pay? The real issue is not the child supports per se. It's the idea that they have to keep paying money to a woman that they no longer are having sex with.
No empathy at all. And you could tell that either she's trolling. I think she's trolling. She's got to be trolling, because like, I don't know this. First of all, this isn't really news. You do know that a lot of the dudes, a lot of the girls still be messing with their baby daddy. Like, whether they pay child support or not, they still be messing with their baby daddy. That happens all the time. That's number one. So that's, whatever. So let's not even use that, paying for somebody for sex and blah. No. First of all, no. Number two, there are plenty of dads that get along with as long as the ones that get along with their baby mother, it usually is because they like the mom didn't put them on child support, or if they did, they make it where they can see their kids without hassle. You know what I'm saying? Where even if it was a nasty custody battle, if the mom is not holding back, is using the kids as a pawn against them to where they can't see them unless they do this for them and blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying, then you'll see them actually have a better relationship with the girl. And by the way, when she's talking about, paying money to a woman they're no longer having sex with, first of all, what usually the more times like the ones that actually still sleep with their baby mama, they actually have better access to their kids. It's actually better for the guy to do that. But what most guys try to do, they try to do the honorable thing, and they let her have her relationship, and they try not to mess with the baby mom, and it actually becomes harder on them. Like most of the like I said, most of the dudes that are on child support are actually really good. Like, I'm not gonna say really good people. I'm just saying are actually the responsible ones. The ones what I've learned to find out that the ladies that don't put their certain guys on child support, I used to think that, that's a good thing, but what I found to realize is some of those guys are people like 5150 in the head, and if they find out that they got a case put on them by their baby mama, they could get themselves killed. So they'll be like, no, you know what, I'm not gonna put them on child support because they're trying not to get killed. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I found out too, that a lot of girls I'm not gonna say most, but a lot of girls slept with some crazy dudes. I'm talking about dudes that could get them killed. And they're like, you know what? I'm not putting him on child support. Because I can't even. Let's not even have him involved. Because I know a lot of girls, they'll just put a case on the dude. I'm like, this dude doesn't even have a job. He doesn't have residence. Like what? How are you gonna get money out this dude? But like, yeah, but those child support officers, they find a way though. They be finding a way. I don't know how, but they be finding a way.
Because men instinctively know that they have to pay for sex one way or another one. And for them to have to keep giving money to someone that they no longer have sexual access to burns them alive. That's why they're always talking.
No, the system is literally burning them alive. Like I said, it's 2022. They don't got to worry about white people no more. They got to worry about their woman sending them out to the system. You know what I'm saying? This is why men walk on eggshells when they're dealing with their wife or when they're dealing with their girl. Because they have ladies have the full support of the system behind them, and they're not trying to mess that up, especially when you're talking about men when they're dealing with their wives and stuff like that. It's they're walking on eggshells because now if anything goes wrong, she can just go to the system and get money out that dude. Like I said, when you put your man on child support, you're suing him. When you're putting your man on alimony, you're suing him. He really should just tell you. He really wants to tell you, please stop suing me. Like I like for I don't know for this time I've been on Earth, I know people don't really hang with people that like. If you sue somebody, you're not hanging with them. for the most part, that's what I learned. That's what I thought it was in this world. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm wrong, but if you're getting sued by somebody, you don't want to really be around these people. And not only that, you're using not only it's like not only that you're taking the money from him, and he can barely see his kids. He can only see them on the weekends, and then even then, they can still hold back from you with that, and they can mess with the system like that. And say if you mess up, the kid comes with the person, and then the kid comes back and complains to the mother about something. He could lose even more custody of his kids, and he still has to pay the same child support or even more. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's the system. Like it's really easy to see that, but you have girls like that. They make videos like this to feed girls' ego. He missed his bags. No. Bitch, stop suing me. That's it. That's all they want to say. But they can't say that. They want you to stop suing them. It's that simple. Like I said, if I end up in a position, right, you know, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give Tommy Sotomayor that credit, because I remember he was one of the first people I heard saying that. He said, basically, if you're a dad and you get a girl pregnant, he said either fight for full custody or just wash your hands and just because you basically got to give a girl the ultimatum, that the baby mom the ultimatum. Either do you want my check or do you want a father? Because you can't have both. Because it's not even worth it by that point. Do you want, like I said, do you want my check or do you want a full father? Because I'm not doing both. And, you know, I remember I said this like back, I was like 19 or 18. I remember this girl got mad at me saying, look, man, if the girl is going to use the system against me, you know what I'm saying, literally put me on child support, and on top of that, use the child against me, look, I'm not even going to say, you know, Corey Holcomb said it's war. No, me, I said that, look, I'll just be like, look, I'm going to just wash my hands. F you and that kid. I'm out. That's what I'm going to do. And since that's all you want is my check, here you go. And I'll just accept that L, but I'm not finna be near this nonsense. And when the kid turns 18, I'm just gonna be like, look, son, everything. Your mom is not the victim as she paints out to be. I'll just be like straight up. I'll just be straight up. Niggas that know me, that's how I'm gonna be. I fucked up. I should have been messing with your mom. You know what I'm saying? But this is what she chose. This is the path that she chose. So I will have to give Tommy Sotomayor his credit on that, because he was one of the first people that said, look, either get full custody or just wash your hands of it. You know what I mean? Do you know how many men have committed suicide because they can't see their kids, because the mother is literally using it as a weapon, and on top of that draining his money, and on top of that dragging his name through the dirt through public opinion? And for some weird reason, the conclusion that this uneducated stud has come up to is because the idea of paying money to a woman they're no longer having sex with burns them inside. How does that work? Most dudes, when they get in a situation like that, they just find another girl, or they just say, "Oh, I'm not doing this again." Well, like I said, when you put a case on a man, you've made the baby father the enemy. You have made him enemy number one by putting a case on him. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that stud got kicked off of Fresh. I think that's her. I think that's the same girl that got kicked off of Fresh and Fit. I could be wrong. I might have to research that a little bit. But yeah, she's in this girl is insane.